Hey guys, it's Randy here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have a very fun video for you, which is probably why you clicked on the video. I've got a book haul for y'all. So I've got quite the stack of books, as you saw in the thumbnail. There's a lot of books. I don't know what happened, honestly. I don't know. I'm like staring at my floor because I have them all currently just on the floor, and here we are. Hey y'all, it's Editing Brianna. I apologize again for the background noise of my fan. I seriously try to remember to turn it off. It is such a background noise, I don't even hear it anymore unless I look at it. So I just wanted to quickly apologize that it is still on in this video, so I am so sorry. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. So the first books that I've hauled recently, I have two book boxes that I am a rep for, and I will put that video in the cards for y'all if you want to go check it out. But I recently unboxed my Bookworm box and my Mystic box. They are just two amazing book subscription services, so I'm not going to talk about these boxes too much. So if you just want to get more information, definitely go check out that video. But I got an exclusive cover of Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. This is one of her newest releases, and this cover is absolutely stunning. So that is the first book that was in the Bookworm box, and then I got this cover of Every Little Piece of Me by Lexi Ryan. This is also another stunning cover. It is absolutely stunning. You cannot get either of these editions anywhere else. It is exclusive to Bookworm box, so just there's that piece of information. I got two exclusive covers for the Mystic box, and this is one of my absolute favorite authors. This is the bind up of the first two books in the Boston Underworld, Crow and Reaper, and this is an exclusive hardcover. Y'all, hardcover. Yeah. And then her standalone called Hate Crush. I have not read this one, but like I said, I am a big fan of her Mafia series that I just showed you, so I already know I'm probably going to love this book because I've already loved her Boston Underworld series, so I'm excited to read it. So like I said, the unboxing gives you more information about the boxes and everything, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. Plus I don't want this video to be forever long because I do have a lot of books. So let's just go ahead and jump into my, was this my December Bookworm box or maybe my November book box? I'm talking about book of the month. So I am a recent subscriber to the box because they have changed their mission statement and what they're doing with the company, so I figured I could go ahead and subscribe because I like what they're doing with the subscriptions lately. So one of the first books that I got was In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I've already read it. I loved it. It was a really good Christmas book. Honestly, it was a good book. I have heard a lot of people talking about it. A lot of people did read it over the Christmas time, so it was a really good book. I would definitely give it a shot. Maybe you're in the mood for it now. Maybe you want to save it for next year, but I highly recommend it. It's kind of like one of those deja vu type books where it's just, it keeps happening. More so kind of like a Groundhog Day kind of thing. So it was really interesting. I really liked it. So I would definitely give it a shot if you think that might be something you would enjoy. And then I also got a copy of The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. I want to say that she's also a YA author. She's been around for a while, and I want to say that she's written the Rebel Belle series. I think that's who I'm thinking of. But this is her newest release. I think it's now live. You can go buy it. This is a thriller, so I'm just really excited about it. The little like quote thing on the back says, "Which Mrs. Rochester will get her happy ending." Clearly this is going to be a video where I stumble on my words. Great. That's every time. Let's be honest. Okay, next up I have a book that was sent to me from the author quite a few weeks ago. I just haven't had a chance to really talk about it, but I got a copy of This Much Is True by Tia Louise. This is her most recent release. I have read some of her books in the past and have really liked them, so I'm super excited about this one. We have a single dad, which any type of like single parent books, I eat them up. They are my favorite. And to throw in a single dad, I feel like I love those even more just because of like the whole dynamic of it. I love it. So I'm super excited about this. I hope to read it hopefully in February. I don't think I'm going to get to it in January just because there's so much that I want to read between all the book clubs that I plan on participating in, the historical romance readathon happening soon, if not already happening. So there's just a lot going on, but it's definitely pretty high on my TBR. So I'm super excited about this one. And then let's see, another book that I was sent to from the author is Wrecked Palace by Catherine Cowles. This is the third book in the Wrecked series. I read book 1 back when it released, and it was absolutely amazing. She is a very amazing author. If you have not heard of her, if you have not read one of her books, you need to change that ASAP. The easiest way to kind of like describe her writing, if you have read Devney Perry, her writing style, Catherine's writing style, is very similar to Devney Perry in the way that they tell stories, and it is phenomenal. So I am super excited to read this book as well as book 2. I just haven't had the chance to dive in, but I'm so excited. So I got that. So I do subscribe to Fairy Loot and Owl Crate, and I always get the boxes confused because by the time I do these unboxings, I forget which one went with what. So I have Master of One by Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. I know that this is from Fairy Loot. This edition is stunning. It's beautiful. The end pages are gorgeous. The book is gorgeous. The dust jacket's gorgeous. It's a fun time. I have never heard of this book. I have never heard of these authors, but the little tagline at the top says 6 Fae relics, 1 daring thief, the score of a lifetime. So it sounds like a good book. I've never heard of it, but I'm excited to try it out. So I look forward to that one. I did forget to share this, but this is actually hilarious. So I did haul one of my other bookworm, or I always say this every single time, my book of the month book, and I've already hauled it, but so I'm going to pull it off my shelves right here. I have the book of the month edition of These Violent Delights. Okay. Then I got the Owl Crate edition of the book. It's still in its wrapping. I haven't taken it out yet. It's a little bit different from the book of the month, which is pretty similar to the regular edition. Then this one has more of like green tones to it. And then I got the Fairy Loot edition of the same book. Except this one, it has pink tones to it and it's got pink edges. I have 3 editions of the exact same book, and they're all different. It's one thing to have 2 editions of a book. I have 3 of a book I still have not read. I think I'll like it because it is a Romeo and Juliet retelling based in Shanghai, which is just really cool. But I have 3 editions, and I don't know what to do. This is the true problems of a bookworm. I don't need 3 editions, but I've literally been contemplating this for weeks. I don't know what edition to get rid of. Because I paid for all of them. Because I buy Book of the Month, I buy Owl Crate, and I buy Fairy Loot. But they're all different, and I like them all. I don't know what to do. Let me know down in the comments if y'all have the same dilemma. Maybe you should let me know which ones I should keep, which one maybe I should do a giveaway for. I don't know what to do. Like, this is a first. In all the times that I have been reading, this is a first where I have 3 editions of the same books. I have a lot of duplicates, but that's a first. So that's a time right there. Okay, so next up I have another book that I was sent from a PR company, and this is from Big Honcho Media. They are a company that I guess more so relates to the YA community and the like middle grade community, but I have Alexandra Bracken's newest release called Lore, and this is a mythology, I think it's Greek mythology if I remember correctly, and I am a sucker for mythology. I love mythology. I actually just reread Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, because there's a read-along this year, and it's just a series that I need to finish. So I am super excited about this. I have read the Darkest Minds series years ago and absolutely love it. I just haven't read any of her newer books since that series, but I got mythology and I already like the author, so it's gonna be a fun time. So I'm super excited about that. Then we have a Christmas present from one of my best friends, and I literally just talked about this series and I finally have a copy of it. This is, I believe, the last book in the Boston Underworld series, and this is Connor, and I can't remember if I've read it. I think I read it at the beginning of last year or maybe the end of 2019. I'm pretty sure I have read it. This is a book, I think it's book 5, maybe book 6. I can't remember how long the series is. Okay, so it is 6 books. Then I think I'm still missing a book, actually. I can't remember which ones I have. Anyway, I've already gushed about this series many, many times. It's a Mafia series, and it's just a grand old time. I love it to pieces. I could gush all day long, and I'm sure y'all don't have the patience for it. So let's just go ahead and continue. So I placed an order on this website called Thrift Books. They sell a bunch of used copies of books. If you haven't heard of it, you need to go check it out. It's great. I bought these exclusive dust jackets for a series I'm going to tell you in a second, and I just haven't had a second edition of this book yet, so I finally was like, I just need to buy it because it's the only book in the series that I don't have an extra copy of, and the book I'm talking about is Twilight. So these are the exclusive dust jackets from the Bookish box, and I just really like how they look. I'm not going to get all the other ones, but they are very similar to this, so it's just a really kind of fun thing to have on my shelves, because if you know me, I'm a big Twilight fan. I just did a movie rewatch with my sister this past weekend, the first weekend in January, and it was a grand old time. I read finally Midnight Sun a couple, I think in the end of November, maybe December, I don't remember. Anyway, this is just a regular, hardcover edition of it. I didn't need it to be anything fancy. I didn't care if it came without the dust jacket because I was just going to put this one on it anyway. So I just finally bought a hardcover edition so that I can have a final, like a complete set of my favorite series of all time. So I got that. I also ordered some historical romances that I will talk about in just a minute, but I do want to talk about the 3 books that I got in my January Book of the Month box. So one of the books that was on their like regular 5 books that you can choose from, I don't know how to word that correctly. This is the Dating Plan by Sarah Desai. I think I said that correctly. I'm so sorry if I didn't. I haven't read anything by this author yet, but I've heard pretty good things about this author so far. I just wanted to get it because it is a romance book. They don't always do a romance book every single month. I wanted to go ahead and grab it. I think that this is an early release for this box. I just thought, why not get it? I look forward to giving it a shot, so I'm super excited. It is tagged as a romantic comedy, so a rom-com, so I'm curious to see what I'm going to think of it. I'm going to try and hurry because I think my camera battery is going to die, but I want to at least get through these before it dies. So they do have a thing where you can add books to it that are kind of just add-ons. So one of the books that I found was The Push by Ashley Audrain. I think I said that correctly. Honestly, I can't remember what this is, but it says it's a thrills and chills type book. So this is a thriller. I think it's a psychological thriller, but other than that, I really don't remember what this book was about. I remember looking at it and I was like, oh, that sounds, that sounds pretty good, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Plus this cover is super pretty. Look at that. So I'm excited. I've recently gotten into thrillers and it's been a great time, so I'm excited. Another one that I was really excited to see, they had The Heiress Gets a Duke, and this is by Harper St. George. This is a historical romance, so I was excited to see that they had a historical romance. It's been blowing up in the romance community because of Bridgerton, and it's just been a great time. So I saw this and I was like, I am getting it. I don't care what it's about. It's mine. So here we go. I think that this is also a early release. I don't think it's live yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm excited for it. Plus it's a hardcover, and you usually get mass market paperbacks, so this is just really cool. So I'm gonna have to go extremely fast because all three of my camera batteries about to die. I thought I had another one charged and I don't, so I'm gonna move like the speed of lightning. So let's just go ahead and jump into all of the historical romances I have, and we're just gonna get through them as quickly as possible. First up, I have a copy of Her Night with the Duke by Diana Quincy. I know that Jessica from Peace Love Books absolutely loves this book. She recommends it all the time, so I'm super excited that I found this copy at Half Price Books, and I look forward to seeing if I'm going to like it too. Next up, I have a copy of Devil in Winter by Lisa Kleypas. This has a step back, so here's the step back for this one. I haven't started this series, I think, but I do look forward to starting it. Next up, I have It Happened One Autumn, also by Lisa Kleypas. Here is the step back for this one. Like I said, I'm going to go pretty fast, so I do apologize. Pause it if you need to. Next up, I found probably one of my all-time favorite step backs. I have Forever in Your Embrace by Catherine E. Waddlewis, and look at that step back. It's my favorite one. I love it so much. Next up, I have one of my favorite books. This is The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. I loved this book. I read it in 2019. Absolutely loved it. Next up, I have a new release, like it literally just released. I have Her Wicked Marquess by Stacey Reed. This is the second book in her series. I don't remember the name of it. I am so sorry, but the first book is called My Darling Duke. I haven't started it yet, but it is pretty high on my TBR. Next up, I have one of my favorite series from 2020. I didn't read very many historical romances last year. I just fell down the hole when it came to historical romances. But I have the first book in the series, which is The Wicked Wallflower by Maya Rodale. I believe the second book was What a Wallflower Wants, and then lastly, Wallflower Gone Wild. This is one of my favorite series that I read this year, or read last year. Whoa, it's already 2021. Anyway, this was an amazing series, obviously about wallflowers. It was amazing. I would highly recommend checking it out because it was a great time. Now, here's a mistake. I have a copy of The Knave of Hearts by Elizabeth Boyle. I didn't realize I already have this book, but I have an extra copy that I will eventually do a giveaway for. So there's that. I didn't realize I already had it. Oops. Then I have one of the most epic historical romances I have ever seen in my life. We have Charmed by Catherine Hart, and this is a holographic book. I don't know if my camera is picking it up, but you can see the girl coming in and out of the water. I was able to, so there's this girl on Instagram, her tag name is Books and Boobs, and she goes to used bookstores pretty frequently, and she actually sells a bunch of the historical romances. Like, she has her own eBay shop and everything. She is awesome. If you were on the hunt for particular books, I would definitely go ask if she can help you find them, but I will put her information in the description. Definitely go check her out. Go check out her eBay shop, all of that. She helped me find this book because I saw she found it at the store, and I was like, I need that. She's like, oh, I can go get you one. I was like, what? Yes, please. You are amazing. So I'm so excited to have this edition because this is probably the coolest book ever. I have never seen a holographic book. What? And it's cool. I have no idea what it's about. I don't care. I don't care. This is the coolest book ever. So I'm excited about that. But I'm so sorry I flew through those historical romances. My camera battery is about to die. I don't have any more batteries, and I am so impatient when it comes to filming videos. I don't have the patience to wait for my camera batteries to charge, so I do apologize for rushing through those historical romances, but hey, it made for a faster video, so there's a plus. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. All of my social media links are down in the description. Like I said, the shops that I have talked about will also be in the description. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you guys to subscribe to my video, and please turn on those push notifications. That way you do know when I post again. Hopefully I am going to get on a better scheduling posting thing. I haven't been posting recently, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm gonna stop rambling because it's about to die any second. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.